So the ads missed entirely. So in a way you can look at that as kind of saying, okay, however many number of ads there are in each platform experience, let's call those each data points. And so if there were, and I think there may have been around 15 in each experience, something around there. So one question was, well, how many ads were missed completely, right? And they just weren't, suggesting that they're looking at their phones or doing something else or not watching at all. So that's looking at the entire ad experience, right? So that's already a big deal. Like if they're missing ads entirely, well, those ads aren't working. They're not doing the job. But then you saw all these ads that they were watched. Well, then the question is, well, yes, but were they watched from the beginning or were they only watched like a portion of it? And it's very typical. So if they're not watching from the beginning, the chance of bringing them back into the ad is very low. Like maybe if there's a loud noise or just something unique or different or flashy, maybe you'll get them back. But if you don't have them at the start of that ad, it's really hard to get them to come back. So it's always really valuable to see, do you catch them right at the start, especially when you're coming out of an episode that you're just watching, right? Because that's the moment, like that's the decision point as it's converting to an ad. This is the moment where they're going to say, oh, ad's coming up. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go do something else. And then any transition from one ad to the next, same thing, right? It's going to be that transition of like, okay, I might step away here. So we look at that. Then we also want to look at like the entire ad experience, all the seconds of ads, like the entire time frame of ads. So, and I think we had maybe 4 or 5 minutes worth of ads. So 600 seconds, we could look at it, the data points down to fixations, and we'll maybe get to that here in a minute. But that's like looking at the entire, so this is now whether it's from the beginning or not, but it's kind of sticking all the ads together for that whole platform and saying what percentage of time was spent looking at the ads, that whole segment versus something else. So this is taking into account that people might look at the ads, they might look down, they might look back, and there might be some back and forth. They might glance at their phone, but how much are they glancing on their phone within these ads? So it's kind of a sort of 3 levels of looking at this. And at every level, yeah, the AI enabled outperform the other platforms.